I believe that I am the best person for the job of President of the United States. My unique talents give me the ability to be assertive and diplomatic at the same time. I'm a person who will spike the conversation, who will get politics rolling and stimulate new questions and new answers to our current political dilemma facing our nation. I believe I have a keen understanding of the economy and how to improve where we're at relative to other nations around the world. I believe that our goal at America's Third Party was to create a very strong platform in which would propel the American people forward with new opportunities and a new possibility of creating a better nation, a cleaner environment, and less war. Diplomatic at the same time.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am back. We're finally at a good location where we can broadcast. Thank you. It's twinkling in the background from the radiation from Fukushima, but we're monitoring the amount of gamma rays coming off the ocean. It looks like a minimal amount, but it may be more damaging in the long run than we really know. Or maybe it won't. Maybe we've misjudged radiation. Good evening, and welcome to America's Third Party. Yeah, I'm David Sponheim. Welcome. This is cool. We finally got to a good hotel. I am so pleased. We've been in living hell for the past nearly 2 weeks, mosquito land, and we finally got to a really nice high-speed internet access point. Lower resolution might be more flattering. Really, you don't like the? You know, I must have. It almost looks like I'm sporting a one of those did I rub some grease on my? Is there grease on there?
No, it's just like you want to go shave or something again.
I did shave, but I didn't get that little. I'm beginning to look like that stash that in this particular light. You know.
You want to give you a break or something?
Well, no, I want to go to low res because we're still working on the camera setup here. Nothing's in the news, by the way, nothing to really talk about. Yeah, this was the resolution in last night in our car. And as you can see, that was actually that's actually more flattering, ironically. But you know, we're managing the green screen in various ways right now, and this camera right here could be retired, and I want to try this new program I have called XSplit VCam. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. This is Freedom Friday. I am definitely excited to be here. We got a couple hours ahead We'll be talking about the news, discussing all aspects of what's happening. But hey, this is something I wanted to do earlier. For some reason, there it is. VCam. I want to open this up and see if it works. Camera is available. There it is. Okay, close. I'm going to keep that open, and I'm going to open up VCam. Now what VCam does is it takes out the chair behind me. Let's take a look. There it is. It's coming in. Now look at, oh, that is an improvement. They have made some startling improvements. Look at that. That is really good. So VCam is the way to go. Excellent work. See, people are making amazing changes in technology. Okay, am I here? Is video on? Let's go there. I'm broadcasting on 4 networks, so it may be a little bit stammered if you're having video problems. We've got no viewers at Cool Rock, so we may drop out of there. Video's good? Okay, good. We're going to stay on Periscope, even though I'm got 1 viewer when we tweeted. Okay. Oh, maybe it is kind of, yeah. Let's get Sarah in the show. Try that VCam out.
Okay. Is this VCam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. I think takes my good a G1 tournament. What's G1? Artisan. I don't know what that is, but that's okay because I'm taking a month to do our trip. Do tell him that I'm happy he told me about VCam. There you go. I know my hair is a little bit of a mess. That's the only problem. Tasty. That's how they are, Pencil Ducky Ducky. Very tasty. Hello. Badik, try, or something about a hick. I don't know. More options. I want to see the chat. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay. It says we're casting over at Twitch, but let's see if I can see the chat. It's empty here. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Oh, my mosquito bites. That's what you were talking about. I have one right here. And maybe, I don't think I have any on this side, but I have this as a blemish, a
That's a
subtle blemish. But I definitely have a mosquito bite over here.
Mosquito bite, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, thanks for telling me about the caffeinated coffee.
You're welcome. Somebody asked about my bites. I thought I was looking at my teeth, so I was like self-conscious or something. But they're talking about my mosquito bites.
We are
Welcome
just finally
to the
getting
chat
comfortable.
room.
Yeah, this has been a great stop.
There we go.
For our show. Wow, I am so pleased to be here. I can't even tell you.
Is it the rumors true? David and I are inviting all of you to camp out with us in Yellowstone. I'm inviting all of you to camp out in Yellowstone by yourself. Let's see. I think I haven't checked this bite because it's on the back of my arm. There's my mosquito bite. My goodness, do you see that?
I see it. It's like inflamed the whole area. Look at that.
That is because I'm allergic to mosquito bites. The bite is like right here.
Did you take your
Right
antihistamine
here.
today?
But look how allergic I am.
I know. It's amazing.
I didn't even.
She is. I didn't even notice that.
I knew I had gotten bit there, but I
notice that.
didn't even look at it yet.
Yeah. I did
No.
not even notice that. Man.
Why?
Wow.
It's been a while since I talked in a genuine Mississippi accent. I haven't been there since I was in like 2nd grade. So you asked me if I'm really from Mississippi. And yes, indeed I am. But I just haven't been there in quite some time.
That's pretty good.
I know. I don't even know if this is as genuine as you want me to be. I know it's real weak because I haven't been there since I was like, in like 32 years.
No, that's not weak. That's actually a good one. Yeah, that's not weak at all.
Anyway,
Wow.
I won't say that about people, Tom Ain, if that's really your name. But I will say, wake up. You need to just wake up and listen to me. That's what you need to do. Thank you for my southern yokel accent.
Okay, yeah, we're back up. Yeah, she's doing great. Just sound like a robot. Yeah. I hope my hair's better now. There's a little hair in my ear. I couldn't get it out. That hair clipper, I think, is in the pharmacy bag. That down there.
Oh, in the med kit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that probably
Just don't
on.
bring in the whole kit. Just bring in that one thing.
Yeah, probably, but yeah, I hate having hair growing out of my hair, like ear right here. You notice when you get old. No, I'm good. I mean,
my arm until I just decided.
I know you got to get some salve on there. Let me just explain to everybody that we're kind of in shock.
It looks worse on camera than it is.
No, seriously, we're kind of in shock. Sarah and I have been enduring 10 days of nonstop, 12 days of nonstop experience in the woods, and that actually we got bug bites, and she got really. She's allergic to that, and
That is seriously allergy.
no, I have a nose and ear trimmer, Pennsylvania Ducky. I know, but it's in the car, and I didn't want to go out and get it because I just finished.
Because he's on the show now.
You know. So you take a lighter and burn your ears. No, I'm going to pass on that idea. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but is it okay if I have 2 or 3 little follicles of hair growing off my ear right here? I can smooth them back if that's okay. How's that better? Welcome to the not the Wally George show. I know a lot of people have been associating me with Wally George, the character in L.A. that was so popular. He was a right-wing guy. I'm a centrist, and you got to understand that centrism is a growing new field for uniting America. Whereas he was an alt-right guy, kind of like Trump, making all these ridiculous brash statements. So I'm not Wally George, okay? Just so you know. Well, we've got a whole lot coming because, as you know, I'm a creative genius, and I can respond to chat interactively faster than anyone can even blink. So you name it, I can respond to it. Feel free to ask me any question, and I will respond in like time. I am not a robot. This is a pretty cool background. This is Diego Garcia, a place where the MH370 crash occurred out somewhere outside in that South China Sea. Are you growing a mustache? Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to go in there and check this thing. I never.
You want me to give you some more time?
Yeah, you may have to come in and show more of your mosquito bites. Let me show you what she's going through. She's literally putting mosquito bite salve on. I'll show you.
I think it's a lighting eye, but on camera it looks even worse than this.
Yeah.
But I'm just putting some. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm just putting some anti-itch cream on my mosquito bites, and that's it. Okay. What do we offer the Latino population, or Latinx as they say? What do you think I hablo poquito español? Estudio español en la escuela para 3 años y hablo con mis amigos, pero no practico mucho español. That's about it. Okay. Next time you think I'll be immune? I don't think so, because I have been bitten before, and
No, there's no
I don't
immunity.
I don't think there's immunity. I think I just
It affected you psychologically too. It was like, wow. You know,
Oh,
your
gosh.
moods were all.
well, like, yes, because I'm like mosquito
know.
bites.
and it really
Go-
created a. And
Mosquito bites.
you nearly lost your glasses too.
And I was like swatting a mosquito and went zoop. I went zoop. And like that. And I'm like, oh, where are my glasses? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I was like, David left me. I'm gonna have to syrup on my glasses. I don't know where they are.
It was serious.
And then I'm like, David, you're here. Can you help me find my glasses?
And we looked, and you
And then I'm like,
miraculously found them.
there's something that looks like water.
You said that.
And then I said,
Yeah.
oh, it's my lens.
She found it.
It's not my glasses, but it's my lens. Okay, my glasses must be near here. And then David put him back together for me.
Yeah, I immediately knew how to do it because I have optometry. I've downloaded the program on how to manipulate glasses. Wow.
No, I just got out of the mosquito bite land. I didn't do anything other than that.
Well, continue putting a cream on and maybe taking a bath or maybe whatever you want.
That does sound like an idea.
You should, yeah. Get comfortable. Get in your white coat.
I'm going to finish watching my show. It's almost over.
Okay.
Watching Beauty and the Beast
Wow.
on TBS or something.
That's fantastic. Yeah, this is incredible.
Just watch this corner. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
I can say.
That corner is definitely a foot jammer. We are so happy to be here. It's expensive, but it's worth the hundreds of dollars that the luxury hotel room affords us. We only travel first class except when we live in hell, mosquito hell. Sarah's doing really well. I'd say tonight was her best night. We've been literally working diligently on our safe house and one of our safe houses. I'm working on a container home out in the middle of nowhere in the desert, but that's still in the early formative stages. Yeah, I'm trying to build a container home every 600 miles so I can load up my gas tank and have some extra gas tanks and make it to my next safe house during the apocalypse. Dave, they're telling illegals not to answer the door if ICE knocks unless you want to have a warrant and then suggest you surrender. I know. And, you know, if ICE teams up with the SWAT teams out there, it could be pretty devastating for people. They could be blown away at their front door if they don't allow the police to barge in without a warrant. The whole world has gone upside down. That's a new police state that we have. They've taken over, the cops have. And we need a political alternative to stop that. If you people don't realize it by now, and I know many of you do, I'm speaking to the choir most of the time. You people, as in people that understand the importance of a third party. Yeah. B-2 bomber, look on Wikipedia. Tonight we have Larry Sinclair on tap, in case you want to listen. We haven't had Howie ask, but he is available. And so is Michelle Obama, and the video about, we've got that on tap too. And what's happening, guy? We got him, except I haven't put him in memory yet, so let me go ahead and do that. Better yet, I'll wait for the request to play him. Hey.
Do you ever wonder, like...
You ever wonder, like, okay, I'll play that with volume. Okay. Hey. Exit stage right. So this is a really low-key but high-res show tonight. And I'm really pleased because we no longer have to do our show in the car outside our safe house at a high-speed connection because we've got a blazingly fast connection. And I'll be seeing if I get free people. Hey, welcome. We got people coming into shows. 2 people over at Periscope. Hey. And let's hear what you've said. Dave, what's the meaning of life? Are you growing a mustache? Next time you'll be immune after all those bites. Sarah Lee, how you say? You're quite the chatter guest, 489. Thank you. You live in a sanctuary city and 35% of the drivers don't have car insurance? Well, they're all Uber drivers, right? Yeah, isn't that amazing how Uber was able to bypass laws in this country requiring taxis to have insurance? And even if you ask your insurance, hey, can I drive Uber? And they'll tell you no. There's only a few insurance companies that'll do it. Can you even ride in those cars and be insured? No, call your insurance company. They'll tell you no. They don't insure you. Seriously. So it just takes a major accident to put you in the hospital. You know, there's a very powerful prosecuting attorney in Washington that she got hit by she was in her car and she got hit, by an Uber driver or something. Yeah, I think, excuse me, she got hit by a dump truck. And she sued the city. She had major head injury and she got hit by a dump truck. Or no, an ambulance. Excuse me, an ambulance, that's right.
I don't know, the story keeps changing.
Oh, no, maybe she got hit by a blimp plane. It was descending rapidly on her head. No, seriously, that was a joke. I bear no liability for any accidents the blimp plane has currently taken on over the past few seconds. But no, the hair is not greasy. It's just cooling off, drying. I just took a shower. I just had a great time washing my car by hand. My, travel center, mobile travel center, MTC. And man, those tires were a mess. I cleaned them off with the nanofiber, and then I sprayed them with Armor All.
Oh, nice.
And I should get the foam variety over at Walmart and get it totally cleaned off. But we've almost got newish tires, except it's just like, ew, it's gross. Nano. The nanofibers. David, you have fair skin. Yes, I do. My primary program is designed to look like a Caucasian. Well, anyway, she got hit by an ambulance, and she sued for $46 million. The city of Seattle has to pay her. Isn't that a great settlement?
How much?
$46 million.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
She was a prosecuting attorney, and now she's barely able to go to work because she's like, she's in a dithered state. She doesn't even know what's going on, and she sued the hell out of it. Now we're seeing the state of Washington now have to look at the liabilities they're experiencing from the jets. So Washington State, the Democratic stronghold on the left coast, has actually started a lawsuit campaign against the Navy, the U.S. Navy, for flying over our house. So thank you, Washington, and thank you, liberals, for trying to do something about that finally. Everybody who's tried to stop the Navy from flying over this poor island of 50,000 people where I live, every single one has been shot down, every suit. Federal prosecutors, federal attorneys have fought back and said, no, the Navy's not a danger, even though every study shows that it is a danger to our health. Yeah. Now, yesterday I talked about dealing with the technology of waste, and we're dealing with the plastic waste production that's going on. One of the things I want to do as president is have the Navy stop using plastics and dumping them into the ocean. The Navy is one of the biggest polluters of these plastic wastes, and they're dumping condoms and tampons and Vaseline and KY jelly and all kinds of things are dumped out of the Navy. It's true. So, hey, I think I'm going to stop the Navy from doing that, and that's going to be a big step in the right direction. Yeah, you like it when I say those words, don't you? Those are key words. They trigger your mind to think about other things like, okay, post-flash update on live video working on iPhone devices. Great, thank you. Well, we're running 50 megabyte per second upload speeds, routed through a server into Singapore in a VPN, very fast, giving instant creative outlets for all of us, and yet you won't see my IP. Yeah, isn't that amazing? We're on a fiber optic trunk line. I could probably do day trading tomorrow morning and beat everybody in a second, in a nanosecond. I could probably be in and out of 2 markets in 3 or 4 seconds and pick up big time money. I know this guy that used to have a high-speed T1 connection just to do his day trading. The guy made $50 million in about 2 years. Seriously. Just by having the fastest servers, fastest access speed. Dude, what are you talking about, man? Dave, the Mick and the globalists around America. Nobody can stop them. Artisan, what is with you people? You're breeding this sense of cynicism, apathetic. I call it cynical apathetics, and being apathy destroys our motivation. Why would we even be doing a show? Why would I have been doing a show for 10 years if I felt that there's no hope? How is that possible? I'm driven by hope. I'm driven by hope that we can stop these people. And that's what frightens these people. When I talk about the censorship that's going on in our show, many of you don't believe that Mark is making millions of dollars. You still don't. But he is. Mark is making so much money, he takes helicopter rides over Las Vegas, where he just bought an entire suite at the Wynn Hotel. Those are not cheap. They're $650,000. Now, a guy who's just barely making it at Vaughn doesn't buy a $650,000 Wynn suite. Come on, people. I mean, this is insane. They are so worried about our growth as a third party that they're willing to throw millions at Mark and see what he can do to stop us from growing. So some people can't even get in here. I had a guy in iVlog last night that spent 54 minutes. He couldn't get into iVlog. Excuse me, he couldn't get into Vaughn, but he got into iVlog, no problem. Yeah. And you're one of the old timers. You don't realize that these people are making tons of money. I've seen more than enough to prove to me that they are. Yeah. And you guys just don't get it. You've been grandfathered in, a lot of you chatters, because you were in the older group. Mark just took all those IPs from that era and let them in, and then let the T. Rucker clan in here. I would say 15 to 25% of viewers or chatters in our show, not viewers, but chatters, are T. Rucker people. So he thinks he's like spiking our show, and somehow now T. Rucker is doing this alternative show which he can't maintain, the ghost show. See, I've got the regularity and the ability to do a show daily. They don't. I'm an extremely trained person who has done this on a regular basis. It doesn't faze me. But these people, they can't hold it up for more than 2 or 3 days. I've been doing this for 10 years and 11 months. And within 1 month will be our 11th year anniversary. Yeah. So how's that storm coming? Yeah. We're seeing a storm in New Orleans. Let's take a look. It's hitting tomorrow. It's powerful. Tropical storm started lashing Louisiana. New Orleans officials shelter in place starting at 8 p.m. See warnings, updates, full comments. A viral video sparks outrage in New Orleans over arrest of a black brass band musician. Well, let's be clear. There it is. It's a USA Today article. Must be good. I don't want an ad. Video of the arrest circulating on social media shows a local musician, Eugene Grant, age 27, pinned on the ground by New Orleans police officers as crowd watches. Several people in the video, which has been viewed over 44,000 times, claim that the owners of the local bookstore, Frenchman Art and Books, were the ones that called the authorities. Some have taken to social media to criticize the store, resulting in comments on its Yelp page. The viral video, play away. Oh, they got him pinned down. Viral video. There is no audio, just me talking about it. Okay, should I play the audio? Play the audio.
It's his fault. He's the reason why they're doing it. Hey, chill out. Chill out. It's his fault. They're the reason why. They're the reason why it's getting called like that. They're the reason why it's getting handled like this. Because of them two. If it wasn't because of them two, we'd be able to play. Look all this. These people come out to the funny wall.
Bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit. Bullshit.
These people come out here for this, man.
I'm white as fuck. That's bullshit.
These people come out here for this, man. We can't never make an honest dollar. We can't never make an honest dollar because of the police. They got one of the kids like up on the ground. Look.
Wow.
Look.
Man, I'm so sad about these people having to endure this terrible existence in hell. You know, I've been really kind of shocked that, yeah, that's messed up. And I can tell you, it's sad to see people living in such close proximity when there's so much country out here. Well, I drive around the nation and I see so many different areas that could be fully functional as living villages with people like enjoying themselves, as opposed to tenements and ghettos and crack houses. And you know, the tiny house movement is growing rapidly, and I can see, if you could imagine elaborate trailer parks where everyone has their own shed and tiny house spot, and you can build whatever you want, canopies, etc. Dinner was great. Sarah made a crab roll, and we had wonderful, oh man, the waffles she makes, the blueberry waffles, oh my gosh. They are out of this world. We brought our waffle maker out to our safe house, and we fired that up, and man, they were so good. The blueberries were so good. We had really good eating. And you know, she creates so many great sandwiches, and today we had a sausage that we had from one of the breakfast sausages that we picked up at a hotel, and we had onions, bread, organic bread, thin slice, Killer Dave's Killer Bread. If you've ever tried this organic bread, it's great. Are you okay? Here, get some water. She's anyway, put a little mayonnaise, onions, this breakfast sausage on a piece of bread with organic romaine lettuce we bought at Walmart. And man, that was the best sandwich I think I could drive with. It's just, she's handed it to me, it's like, wow, this is like a meal in itself. It's like, so my food has been really good. And that kept me going, because I had nonstop hell to deal with over the past 10 or 12 days. I did a lot of work on the safe house, and prepped it, made it so it's available so we can open it up. And you know, if there's ever a problem in the city, like what's going on in New Orleans, many people have never even left the city. Over 400,000 people have joined the storm area of 151. I won't comment on it because I don't think it's important to do something as ridiculous as storming a military facility. You're going to get killed. That'll get you 10 years of prison time. Right, Walgreens is correct. We're not radicals here, man. Maybe you should go over to the commie radical website called Democrats.com. Yeah. Dave, are you an albino? That's a very good question. No. Some people said, David, you seem like an African American because of the way you talk. So, is it because you're Caucasian? Are you African American albino? And there's that viral video of me when I was 13 years old, 8th grade video where, I skipped 7th grade. But there's that viral video of me where I look, they have the enlarged nose, I look like a silverback, a young silverback. Yeah. Isn't that great? Good question though. Yeah, many of you are I skipped 7th grade. Yeah. I had to hide my intelligence from the people that gave me IQ tests. It was kind of weird. There's a social stigma about being intelligent, you know. Yeah, there's a social stigma when you actually have intelligence. People look down on you, man. They make you look like you aren't so smart. You know what I'm saying? I believe it may be. I'm thinking on an interdimensional level now. I'm beginning to think interdimensionally, which means I'm in the 4th dimension, technically. in my thought processes? Dave, you look kind of pale today. Are you sure you didn't get some disease from the mosquitoes? Well, it's just the camera lighting. Let me go back to the camera and readjust the input. Hold on, please. One moment, please. Adjusting camera settings. Reducing brightness. Adding saturation. Is that better? I think that's pretty good. Gain, crop gain. There, is that good? And then raise gain. It's almost good. Let's go to 99 in the differential. Enter. Okay, is that better? Is that better, Egghead? Yeah. I did want to look like a living corpse. Thank you very much for coming into the show and talking about that. Yeah, well, let's see what else is in the news in this boring world that we're now living in with the Democrats not doing anything to stop Trump. Remember prior to the Nancy Pelosi statement that she wasn't going to seek impeachment because it wasn't necessary? Yeah, everything was so interesting. The world was so full of news. Now we've got nothing. We're flatlining on the Trump news. Thank you for coming in. New Orleans is vulnerable to flooding. It is sinking, in case you didn't know. And more than half of New Orleans is ridden with termites. So in a way, termites are the future, and New Orleans is going to be inundated with water in the next couple days. We should start a plan to spread people out, and I think we should dredge New Orleans, if you don't mind. Can I talk about that? It's going to hit tomorrow, yeah. The entire bay around New Orleans is dredgeable. We could easily turn it into a freshwater port. Well, not easily, but they're already doing a project called the Jericho Project. They have already done a lot of dredging in the region. The Army Corps of Engineers has. I have a great deal of knowledge about this, and I think it would help the area to have a freshwater or a filtered water inlet or seawater. They would have money had they not spent it on taking statues down, David. Well, I know that many of you Confederate lovers like Mad Dog do believe that those statues represented something. And I understand your feeling, Mad Dog. I do. You have every right to show your great strength and belief in your pride in your home and the roots that you have come from. And I too feel that, well, aside from Kevin Spacey no longer being in House of Cards because of his supposed attacks on his alleged homosexual behavior, thank you. I would definitely take over the role and re-invite House of Cards as the next president. But unfortunately, I can't. I don't do any imitations of known white supremacists like David Duke. Thank you. The alleged Spacey, who admitted to having gotten drunk and attacked a 14-year-old boy, which I think is pretty disgusting what that guy did. Well, that's why I want to make New Orleans a fresh water, filtered water and all kinds of new fisheries. I want to see what I'm not seeing in America, which is disturbing, is growth. I mean, am I the only one who is not seeing production coming out of the American people? I mean, aside from Walmart's being, everywhere, what is America really doing? I want to see a fishing industry grow in America. I really do. And I want it to start in New Orleans. Now, I would like to cut a plan together and offer an abandoned naval area in New Orleans to Disneyland as a free lease. That's a pretty good deal, free lease. If Disneyland would like to open up Disneyland New Orleans, now this would be a public corporate partnership, if you will, and it would be part of the multiplex concept of bringing in fresh water and a complete new harbor in which we could have shipping lanes and touring carnival could land there. Yeah. So there's no reason in the world why we aren't reinvigorating that region. Now, the oil spill is the only reason I can think that we haven't done anything. This massive oil spill that Barack Obama, we'll make no mistake about it, we're cleaning it up. He sprayed Corexit on it and it dropped into the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. So now we've got this lake of oil. So included in this operation will be a oil mining off of the lake of oil that's underwater in the Gulf of Mexico. And will help the oil companies actually profit from oil mining off the bottom of the ocean. Believe it or not, it's still there. And I know they want to make you think that nothing's happening, but it's infested. You like my new hairdo is very new wave. It's very metrosexual.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And then, by the way, I did trim my hair with a razor. I went like that with a razor.
Good.
See, I'm able to adapt. I am fully functional like a human. I am just like a human, fully adaptable. No, I don't believe in paying reparations. No, I'm not a member of the FBI or CIA, Artisan 95. The reason why they're so upset, the CIA plants at 4chan, is because they don't realize that I'm as good, if not better, than they are in almost every way. Yeah, and I'm the real deal. I'm the guy who's fighting for everything to build this third party, and you people don't get it. I'm up against all odds. If I was a shill, I would have been completely pushed in the media by now. They would have put me in front row center, not spent 10 years censoring me. And again, many of you don't believe I'm being censored, which is kind of funny. The people of Minnesota have not even been aware of me. I've been in complete disguise while in my father's home state. Yes. In Bemidji. Oh, I shouldn't have told you. David, I know you're a married man, but you went to happy hour at Holiday Inn. I think all the chicks be crawling all over you. Really? Yeah, you're probably right. But, I don't go to Holiday Inns. And I am a married mindset, but I'm not married officially. Yes, Trump stole the idea for the wall. That's correct. For you money. You are absolutely right. Trump took the 1,000-mile fence idea I came up with in 2008, and he called it a wall. Well, this is not a Safe House cast. No, we left our safe house. It's no longer something we care about. I found out that I didn't care about the safe house at all. Sarah taught me the meaning of life, and life is living in the West Coast without bugs, and all the gamma rays Fukushima can throw at me, just to have a clean environment without bites, because she literally is allergic to mosquitoes, like she was saying earlier. We found this out, and I'm not going to just get rid of the safe house. I told her, well, if we're ever dealing with mosquitoes out here in Minnesota, we'll make sure that we, probably people are looking for Sponheims owning like lake lots right now. Minnesota. You know how many Sponheims are in Minnesota? It's like 1,000. Seriously. My family came from Minnesota originally. Oh, yeah. Well, doing the show from a remote location is really the bottom line. And I talk about the news, but I'm not really making progress because there's not a lot of news. I'm finding that the American people are slowly being dumbed down to the point where, all they do is drink beer and with more tap water, more fluoride, and gradually become completely nullified, and nobody seems to care about anything. Hey, what's on TV? I don't know. Hey, check this out. Somalian-Canadian journalist Hoden Nalayahe killed in a Somalian hotel attack. Okay, it's pretty serious, but Yeah, it's like, okay, nothing else? Really? It was an accident. Chuck wagon drivers say crash punishment was too harsh. Well, this is Canadian news. I must have gotten out of the U.S. news somehow. I don't know. They dumped me to the wrong place. Well, when you get near the Canadian border up in Bemidji, that's what happens. Robert Henry Best was an American foreign correspondent who covered events in Europe for American media outlets during the interwar period. Yeah, he was a CIA plant. Robert Henry Best was a CIA agent in the early years of the CIA. How would I know that? Well, let's just say I know a lot of things about things. David, I ask you a simple foreign policy question. Should Israel sign the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty? Yes, of course, artisan. I was the one suggesting this 6 years ago, that if we just pitch Israel on the signing of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, we would get them to at least the table. No, we don't have a pro account because we can't anymore. The guest cams have to be donated, Mad Dog, and you did make a donation. If you want pro cam, you can donate. You can get it on there. No, I'm not going to look at reparations at all for the country, simply because I think we've had enough reparations. What we gave $25,000 to Japanese who were in internment camps and really did suffer quite a bit during World War II. But Polak Americans who faced unfair stereotypes, that's not appropriate. I can think of a lot of good gatherings of Polish people that have had good times in America. They call them polkas, I believe. Polkas. Polkas, I believe, yeah, have been a big problem. Have been pretty good. Thank you. Would you rather go to my other alternative location? Or would you rather talk about mobile medical units tonight? See, I want to put together mobile medical units that will provide generic medicine to people that need it in America. Yeah. Isn't that great? And I want to provide those in every city, which will lower the cost of healthcare significantly. So if you wanted to get a checkup and you had like a tummy ache, it'd be like $35 to get to a mobile medical, a $30 copay we're looking at. And you get to a mobile medical unit and you get immediate help, and even a doctor can talk to you through a video screen from the main office at the VA. And part of this plan is to revamp the Veterans Administration and provide immediate help to people who are, I don't care who are in need of immediate health care, as opposed to what we have right now, which is a guy who does absolutely nothing but claim that we're doing everything we can to help out the people, but he doesn't do a damn thing. There are no mobile medical units in America, and Trump tried to steal my idea in 2015, never did. This is actually a mobile medical unit in Minnesota at the Mayo Clinic, and this is something they've been doing for years. This is not a new idea, but using it in the context of helping the American people, I thought, well, why not add MMU to the side and go, boom, it's the MMU. The Amazing Mobile Medical Unit, Rapid Response System. And if we had one of these in every city in America, you can imagine how great it would be. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Iran says Israel will be wiped off the face of the earth if the USA and Iran go to war. Your thoughts? My thoughts are that we do not need to get to this point where everyone is so angry at each other. It is wrong. People simply need to be nice to each other and grow intellectually together. Now, what we need is Israel to sign the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, or we start looking at economic sanctions against Israel. We can't give them $3.5 billion if they don't sign that treaty, saying they have nukes, but they're not going to commit to more. There will be medical marijuana will be dispensed outside of the unit. That's one of the ways we're going to pay for the mobile medical units. And as you know, I want to legalize all marijuana across the nation, cannabis of any kind. We'll make it a green nation. Well, these units will have a Pillow-matic on it. which will dispense life-saving medication for blood pressure and diabetes. It will have in the back, like I said, medical marijuana could be dispensed from this location, and it could help finance the operation. This is not a rocket science. This is simple stuff. Nothing is wrong with legal marijuana. I mean, no one's ever died from marijuana. In fact, it's medicinal. Look at all the number of people that have died from tobacco and alcohol and other drugs. And no one's ever died from marijuana that I know. There was a kid that got near some concentrated THC recently. It went into coma. And I'm sorry that tragically he got into his parents' THC stash, apparently. There are people talking about the Samson option. Israel's directed energy weapons have also been possibly complicit in something that we've been looking at with the Paradise Fire. I've been the one addressing that issue for some time, not dodging it at all. In fact, that's been my issue for some time. No, I'm going to do a 2-hour show, but then again, I might extend a little bit. So I'm in a really good location, and I've got a lot of potential viewers. We've got one person at Twitch. Yeah. Narcolepsy came into Twitch, and we've got 3 people. Hello, David. Yeah, Mitchell is in, and McDundy joined. Thank you, man. But yeah, I'm just doing a multi-broadcast because I've got 50 megabyte per second upload speeds right now. I'm right near a trunk line of fiber optics. It's pretty cool. It's like blazing fast right here. We could do plastic food packaging from hemp oil is biodegradable. I totally agree. Well, these ideas were stolen by Trump. He said, we're going to create mobile medical places where people can go. And he never created any of them. Mitch McConnell, the guy who gets money from Russia to get reelected, along with Lindsey Graham, who gets Russian money to get reelected, they both pretty much refused to add it to the bill. The healthcare bill never had mobile medical units on it. Trump just talked about it during the campaign. What should you do if you get assaulted in Walmart by a transsexual? Ask your doctor. See if there are any type of things you can do for whatever that person was carrying. Are you talking about being assaulted in the bathroom with a guy who's obviously a transsexual with crabs? Or perhaps herpes or AIDS? You need to ask your doctor. Well, there you go. Fentanyl is not something that I would allow. I would begin a process of disallowing fentanyl from the market. They're making fake fentanyl, and frankly, fentanyl is a toxin, a biotoxin that could ultimately kill off large populations. It's dangerous. You always say tap water's bad. Now you have crazed people injecting poison into caps of water in stores. I know. I don't drink anything out of plastic bottles if I avoid it. Yeah. Now everything now at every liquor store is a plastic bottle. There's no glass shipping anymore. I look pretty good. I don't know what you're saying, Matt. Lost my makeup bag. I changed the coloring on my skin. Yeah. Many threads on 4channel claim Israel is using DEWs, causing the California wildfires, for blackmail. I do believe Israel has just as many DEWs as Iran. And I do believe that Mossad has invested a great deal of money into certain agents here in America, including Jeffrey Epstein. I do believe that. I believe they control the backbone of politics in America through the two-party system. I firmly believe that there's a Zionist lock on the two-party system. That much I can tell you. What more do you want to talk about? I mean, the two parties won't even acknowledge this. I'm more than willing to talk about this. That's what makes me special. Yeah. So some of you think that I'm some sort of a shill, or you're listening to this garbage on 4chan that's coming from actual CIA and NSA agents trying to spread rumors about me being a shill. That's just BS coming from the CIA. They're afraid of me because I'm completely in your court. I'm the people's presidential candidate. You know, I have to ask myself every day, why are people so, apathetic? And it's not your fault. You're being poisoned daily with the food we drink, to eat, because many of you drink your food because your mouth is tight closed because you're trying to lose weight and you can't find a straw. It's like,
Do you want me to?
I would like a straw. How come I can't have a straw? I'm sorry, sir, but they don't sell straws here because it's illegal. And I could lose my job if I sell a straw to you. Yeah. So Sarah will come in right now and talk. I may dig into my pizza.
Okay.
David Jackson is living. Mad Dog, I'm not going to talk about Jackson. He's lucky he has somebody, Mark said he will not vote for me. He wants to remain here because he could make millions off of you. Yeah, Mark makes millions. See, I told you. For you money. So Mark makes millions off of me.
Mm-hmm.
See, more proof. Is it the refrigerator? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's in between two plates. Okay. Do we have a woodshed at the safe house? Well, all safe houses need a stash of wood. So, okay, of course, safe houses all have wood so that we can have heat if the world loses electricity. Now bug zappers, though, they require electricity, so we didn't think to bring one to the safe house this time, but perhaps in the future we will. Can you print a t-shirt with our face on it for the upcoming election year? Well, we have some, if you go to Spreadshirt, David has some houses or some things already created. So you can definitely check that out. I'm up close and personal. Should I be more like back here and less up close and personal? It's kind of weird. Okay, but I got to get rid of this MMU video picture on top of me, and all the other ones are behind me, I guess. I am, or I'm closing out of the videos of them. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, there, that's better. Sorry I was so close. All right, good going. All right, anyway, next time he wants to come look at the safe houses, then I will remember to bring, I'll say I'll need to travel with a bug zapper of some kind. Now I'm more like, okay, we can check on the next one, but then I'm gonna go home. No. It's just pretty. Or is it just one safe house? We'll keep you guessing. One or more than one? Okay. Artisan was saying something. Oh. There's a big topic for a while. You think US, Russia, UK, and China are the only verified directed energy weapons satellite owners, and they only take out other satellites.
Yeah, it's just a conspiracy theory at this point, but it's possible.
Artisan says I look like I should be in Witness with Harrison Ford because of my sweater and my turtleneck. Is that it? Sure, I'm in my bunker. Oh, this would be kind of a cool bunker. I could have this as a bunker. I was in David's bunker before. I'm not sure. It's too many mosquitoes in that bunker.
Yeah.
So I had to leave and get into a different bunker. Oh, I know. Well, David told me recently that he actually really likes pizza. I didn't realize that he liked pizza so much.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, oh, you like pizza like me. You like pizza too. We should hang out.
I know.
Kind of like that movie where Idiocracy, where they both like money. We like money too. How
We like
safe is
cheese.
a safe house if they attract mosquitoes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the whole thing. Yes, you always have to be near a water source. That's one of the things David says.
Yeah.
A safe house needs water and nature.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for more property with water and nature near it. Is there any such thing as a safe house or as a place with water and nature and no mosquitoes? Well,
On the West Coast there is.
Whidbey Island is kind of like that. There
Yeah.
are a few mosquitoes, I have to admit. There are a few mosquitoes there, but
Not too many.
it's really not too many. I don't know. Maybe laser is an anagram for Israel rather than the other way around, since lasers came out after Israel. That video may be important to David and myself. Why? Am I cold? It's like 103 in your city. Wow. Well, David runs the air conditioning, and that's another thing I like about Washington State, is that I usually don't have to have air conditioning on. So anyway, inhaling, yes, he did seem to inhale that pizza, that's true. Maybe we're back home. I'm just keeping you all guessing on where we are at all times. It sounds like we're back home.
It feels like it.
It's starting to feel like it. Oh, a video that will show me how to kill mosquitoes, okay. I heard there's this stuff I might get to kill massive mosquitoes. Alright. Okay, thanks, Sprite. What is the state bird of Mississippi? That's a good question. I have to say, I moved away when I was like 7. So, or 8, 7 or 8, I moved away. I know the state flower is the magnolia. I want it, the state bird might be, it's either the pelican or the bluebird. I don't know. Because I know it, well, I know the last time I saw a bluebird was in Mississippi. That's why I say that about bluebird. And then, but I know that they're close to the Gulf. That's why I said it about the pelican. I don't really know the state bird of Mississippi. You still think I have like a CIA dossier on me? Really? Why would the CIA be interested in me? Because of my intelligence or something? I am a pretty smart cookie. But anybody can be smart. You just have to study hard. It's not a bluebird. It's not a red bird either. State bird of Mississippi. It's some kind of gull. It's some kind of seabird. But it's not like the seagull. Oh, it's a mockingbird? I could see Mississippi doing that as a mocking gesture. Mockingbird. Well, because it's a sport. Pingu igloo. But I mean, they're really known for the magnolias down in Mississippi. Or the magnolias are like the size of my face plus my hands together. That's how big their magnolias are. How, you think I'm a CIA actress? I always wanted to be an actress, but I wasn't very good at it. So. Well, I said Magnolia because I know this. The other one I didn't know, but I knew Magnolia. You know the thing about Mississippi, or at least the churches, they have a lot of churches in Mississippi. Oh my goodness, church is a major thing in Mississippi. Of course, there's a lot of the southern states. Well, you know, they call it the Bible. They don't call it the Bible Belt for nothing. I would have to be in the National Resources Division. Yes, otherwise the CIA doesn't operate on U.S. soil. Right, hey, If anyone questions my Mississippi story, say Magnolia a lot. What's my other story supposed to be? He's creating a whole CIA like a dossier on me saying I'm not who I say I am.
I know.
I know.
We're
That's
spinning
fine.
stories on the left and
You'll
right.
never know who I really am. That's fine, if that's what you think. You're a strapping white Southern man. Do I want to know about the South? I moved away for the South for a reason. I know you love me. I love you too. I would be more likely to be like FBI. Actually, you know, who's the agency that's better than both of those, they don't advertise.
You know, when somebody says, I know you love me, oh, they don't advertise, that's true. If somebody says, and say, I know you love me, I love me too. Just say that. Because you don't know these people.
He doesn't want me to say I love you too.
Well, because you don't know these people.
Because I don't know you,
Yeah.
and then you'll be like, she loves me, and then you'll be like, I'm a stalker because she loves me.
Yeah, and I'm not jealous or anything. I think that most of these people don't understand there's various words for love in Greece.
No, Artisan. The one that doesn't, there's an agency out there that I would love to join, but I'm not athletic enough with my bad knee and my bad foot. And anyway, that's actually better than all of those alphabet soup agencies. No, I left the South because I had a very intelligent father who wanted to get me away from strapping young Southern men. It's like, I don't want my children to grow up to be like married to strapping young Southern men. You guys are all trying to guess the agency. I'll tell you if you know it, if you get it right. But so far, nope. Actually, one of the things my father wanted to get away from was a prejudice in the South. Ivan, no, you still don't have it right. Agency, or the group I would like to join, isn't even an agency. I don't think they call themselves an agency. No, but my dad was the hippie. And he was in, is that what you all call, see, Southern people just call people names like that? Is that what happens?
I have to get cat food, I think, outside.
It's in the cook bag, and I guess you could also get jackets or something.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll be right back.
I'm just a little air conditioning is cold.
Let's turn it up to 73.
But
Okay.
anyway, okay.
I
Back
like
to
it.
you. Oh, good. You watched your foot. Glad you're wearing shoes.
I'm good at 70.
Yeah, whatever happened to Be Pink? Or is that your alias, Mad Dog? when you feel that way, like a California person. Customs, Sarah. Is it customs? No, I don't want to join customs. Keep looking. You'll find it. Keep trying. No, not the TSA. Avoid the alphabet soup. I don't want to be in the South because you have alligators and insects and crocodiles. USAPs. Wait. What's the P stand for in USAP? Wait. I do miss misanthropy a little bit. No, I don't want to be warden of a prison. Or, no, Green Giant, Procter & Gamble, Boeing, Walmart, no. Well, B Pink was in California, nowhere near being in the South, okay. Unacknowledged special access programs, okay. Yeah, I hope he's okay. He probably just dropped out of society for a bit. Maybe he teaches too, secretly or something. Maybe he went to live off the grid. He's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go live off the grid. Life without him will never be the same. CPS? You think I want to work for CPS? David would never like that. Department of Education, yes. Actually, but that's not the one I was thinking of. Well, I did feel bad for Bish. I don't know what happened to Bish. I thought she passed away, but I'm not sure. Oh, a Japanese pro wrestling fan? It's G1 season? Okay, good. Oh, did they get rid of the Bish emoji? No. You might have been Mad Dog. I am. David said, have you heard of the... we were listening to the radio.
Yeah.
I think it was radio or something where they were talking about, have you heard of these, gender coming out parties?
Yeah, I heard of it.
And I'm like, I said, that was right?
Yeah.
And then I said, yes, I'm going to have a gender coming out party, and I'm going to be like, hello, everyone. I just want you to know I am a heterosexual woman.
Exactly.
There you go.
I know.
I'm out.
You're totally
it's
out.
out. I'm a heterosexual woman.
Yep. You outed.
She, her are my pronouns.
Yeah.
She, her.
Not that complicated. You know?
Her.
We're
She,
just
her.
heterosexuals. Yeah. We're not trying to confuse the world either.
I look like Mary. What? What gender is that? Woman, female, heterosexual. What? You mean they're not oh God, so much. I love it. Well, I feel a lot better, Bengalitis. Not quite that great, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Am I finally home?
Not yet.
Almost. No, just David's. Other than that, I didn't know A was a gender. I'm not in the car anymore, so that's a start. That's true. The background has expanded. You don't see the top of the roof in the van or the car or the Trovo Mobile Center or the taxi or whatever it is. So that's a plus. We've gotten back to civilization, so I decided to get a motel room instead of just be in podunk safe house land. I don't even know what that is, Tom. Yes. Clearly motel lighting. That's good. Mobile Mosquito Center. Yes. Whoa. Oh my goodness. How cool is that maxed out credit? Did he win the lottery or something? A customer you knew owed you $3,000 for 4 years and brought you the money? Wow. He's like, I know I've been owing you money. I finally got clean and sober. I'm making amends. Here's the $3,000 I owe you. I won't have to teach anyone that they are anything other than human beings. And everyone, and I will tell you them that just like Mr. Rogers says. That's when I tell people I love them, it's like a Mr. Rogers thing.
Yeah.
I love you just the way you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I will tell the preschoolers too.
You've been trained to say that.
I love you just the
by
way you
Mr.
are.
Rogers.
Well, by Mr. Rogers, sure.
He's a known CIA agent working in deep cover. Wow. Your handler was Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
We're not going to do the CBD for her, right? That's another bag.
Oh, yes, it's in the med bag.
I'll just give her some of this. I'm sure she can eat it.
No, I will not. I'm not going to be forced to do anything. Yeah. I love you just the way you are. Billy Joel was probably also watched Mr. Rogers when he was a kid.
Yeah,
when he
probably.
sang the
Just
song.
the way you are.
I agree with Ivan that Mr. Rogers probably would be rolling in his grave knowing how bad the world is. Have I ever put my hair up like bunny ears? I kind of did tonight. I thought, like this. It's like mouse ears. Bunny ears, huh?
Bunny ears, yeah.
It doesn't work with this V-cam thing. Oh, okay.
I can take over. You look like you're
All
ready
right.
to break.
I'm gonna go take a shower now that my show's over.
Yeah, why not?
And then, yeah. I take a shower, get into my pajamas. And then, yes, I'm shrinking. All right, and David needs a chair back to talk to all of you. So, good night. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And thanks for hanging in with us during our vacation.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's a lot easier for them than it is for us, but it's still not easy.
Oh, I know.
Wow.
Oh, the intelligent V-cam. It takes out the chair. It's kind of cool. I like that. The staycation. Good evening, everyone. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to be doing from now on. Next year, it's called staycation.
Staycation, yeah. I like that. I told Sarah, the existing rates, living where we are, the existing rates for hotels, we're just living where we are. It's like equivalent to about $40,000 a year. Seriously. Bloodshot eyes? No, not me. Yeah, so living in your house, you're saving $40,000 a year, based on comparable. Now that's true with all of you. Even if you live in a dive. Yeah, man, I'm saving $40,000. Well, you figure $150 a night to get a decent hotel. I mean, nowadays you get a dive for $100 a night. It is kind of like a sunburn thing happening, yeah. It's just the yellow tint of the light, and somebody said I was too pale, so I went a little darker. Yeah, my property tax is doubling in a short period of time because of the Democrats. I don't live in a trailer. What makes you think I live in a trailer? I don't have a makeup artist, yeah. If you live in an RV, what do you save? Unless you're Walmart tourists, you're going to be paying, $38 a night for a full hookup. Yeah, $100 a night gets you bed bugs. But you wanted to get to a decent place, it's going to cost you a minimum of $150, and that's what your home is worth right now in America. In America, you still pay a lot for hooking up, yeah. Even if you're a member of the Good Sam Club or whatever, KOA of America, Campgrounds of America. I could never understand why it was a KOA when it should be a COA, Campgrounds of America. Is that like a Nazi thing? German? KOA? Yeah. Well, I've fluffy blonde hair. I've always had fluffy blonde hair ever since I was a kid. I can change my camera settings. Let me try doing that, huh? What do you say? Questions? Anyone?
What is going on? I mean, like, do you ever like wake up or do something and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Hey, do you ever wonder like what is going on? I mean, like, do you ever like wake up or do something and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he made a lot of money on YouTube as a YouTube AdSense person. Yeah, a lot of people are getting a lot of AdSense work lately. Yeah, anybody who's not willing to speak the truth or talk about things in a up close and personal way, they get lots of money. If you bring up anything truthful, you get completely censored and shut down. Well, it's not the rosy cheeks, it's the camera setting. That's my point. I had to do it because of this ridiculous person who said I looked pale. My camera was perfect when I first started. I could restore defaults and just go back to where I was. I mean, that's might as well do it. Yeah, I mean, default. See? That's me. That's the real Dave. And somebody said I look too pale, so I added all these saturation levels. But I think this is great. Just between us? No, I'm not home. No, I'm going to be, like I said, we're doing a 3, I guess it's like a 5, it was going to be an 8-week trip. I think it'll be more like a 5-week trip. Pale, right? Or I look like you're from Michigan or Canada and never get any sun whatsoever, yeah. Are you on speed, Max? Are you a high addicted methamphetamine user? My cat's doing really well. She's eating her beefy weefy right now. I think tomorrow is turkey worky, but we also have beefy weefy with salmon. So we got 3 different types of wet food she likes. Oh, you like Ritalin is speed. Yes. You are on Ritalin? Oh. David, I'm an expert in sounds. You sound like you're in a modular. I know. Yeah, you're wrong. You're probably not picking up the background noises a lot, but yeah. I have a green screen, yeah. I also have other backgrounds I could bring in. Well, there's nothing weird about this show except for you. You're the weird part. Yeah. Yeah, you heard that motor. There's some, things happening around me, gang members and things, I gotta remain low key, if you know what I'm saying, This is Freedom Friday, man. Things can happen. I'm looking for a ghetto background right now, yeah. Here, check this out. This is a black hole. Yeah, look at that. Bet you never saw one of those before, huh? Yeah, that's a trick. Yeah, you like that? That's me looking through the black hole of your brain. Ooh. They say a black hole is going to eat us all up eventually, but it's 6 million light years away. Nothing to worry about. Now, many of you live to be, the ripe old age of maybe 100. Not a big deal. But if you live to be 6 million years old, like I plan on being, life could be screwed. You'll be sucked in by that black hole. And pretty soon you'll have weird experiences. Yeah. I mean, I can do any background you want, man. I got my hard drive here. I can draw from my plethora of backgrounds. We've got the traditional waving flag background. Very cool. Big favorite among many of the people here. Yeah, for those of you who believe in freedom, I believe in it. But you got to test your freedom. If you don't test it, you lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it. Like when Joan Rivers used her freedom of speech and said this. Ladies and gentlemen, the famous comedian Joan Rivers, 1.5 months before she was killed.
The United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, if you read lips, you know what I was saying, because that's something most people would not be able to hear. Yeah, now I only say things for people that read lips. Yeah, so if you are reading lips, you heard what I said. Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. Freedom Friday, yeah. I said some pretty nasty things, but you'll only know that if you have hearing impaired problems. Read my lips. No new taxes. 1,000 points of light. A new world order. We could talk about the gas planets and Neptune and Uranus, but I'd rather not. I'd rather talk about you. What's going on in you, your life. Many of you are suffering from the heartbreak of psoriasis. The creeping crud of crabs. Some of you are constantly itching. Well, I recommend getting the pain relief Neosporin available at your local drugstore if you have any problems with blistering, festering sores from your syphilis. Yeah. These are real things we talk about on Freedom Friday. How to treat your syphilitic bleeding festered sores. Thank you. Apparently nobody here has any STIs, so you don't have to worry. Good crowd tonight. Clean. No sexually transmitted diseases. You harvested a big batch of sunflower seeds. Now you're going to take years to roast them and eat them. Good. Oh, Mr. Bill had a real successful sunflower crop. Do you know that sunflowers are the only plant that actually pull radiation out of the atmosphere? They tested the sunflower growth outside of Fukushima, and they found it does up to a 5% reduction in radiation. Problem is, it goes right into the sunflowers that you're eating. My mouth is frying. It's light and fluffy. I had a pretty nice day today. Yeah, light and fluffy. Boy, you guys have lost track of what's really going on. I'm doing great, Stephen. Yeah. Well, I'm working on my new CGI impression. Many people think I'm fake or a robot or CGI. Hardly. I am from The Matrix, Mr. Anderson. The Matrix is where it's at, Mr. Anderson. You are in the Matrix. I am from the Matrix. Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. David, your hair looks unreal today. Best hair on the site so far. Thanks, man. You know, I went to my top stylist today and said, you know, do me like you did every other famous person in the world. And that top stylist said, Dave, you deserve the best. And for next to nothing, I got my hair done perfectly. Actually did cost me nothing because I did it myself. I know the elitists have planned to dumb everybody down. It is working, but we're getting through. They can't stop us yet, Selfire. We're awakening people to the fact that the two parties are controlled division. They want to divide the country and conquer us by keeping us all both hating each other. I don't hate Republicans. Just because I call them Trump tards doesn't mean I hate them. Look at Mad Dog. I even showed him some good old-fashioned Confederate respect in that. And that you're not allowed to post that stuff here. Thank you. Dave, you look like a teenager German lesbian. That's amazing. Let's take a look. Teen German lesbian. Let's take a look. There's something out there that pop up. Let's see. There's a couple of teen German lesbian pictures that are not in any way sexual in nature. I'm looking at them right now. Well, so far the top teen German lesbian picture does not look like me. Yeah. There is this picture that does look somewhat like me. I will agree. Now this is the top teen German lesbian. Well, you guys who are Confederate, I respect the fact that you want to have your monuments. In fact, I would have issued an order saying you cannot deface any monument in America or face a $500,000 or $1 million fine. But Trump didn't do that. He wants people to have division and have Charlottesville type arrest. You know that guy that got arrested for running into a crowd and then the woman had a heart attack? He's been charged with a murder sentence. And he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. Murder, no parole. Life sentence with no parole. So this is a teen lesbian. I do look a lot like her. Yeah. Good point. I think you won an award on that one right there. Yeah. So I look like a teen German lesbian tonight. Thank you. Crips background. No, this is just America's flag, man. This isn't the Crips, man. It's just a cool old American flag. It's what we stand for. We have to reach out to find common ground, because if we don't, we won't have any ground at all. We'll be wanting quicksand. See, that's the thing. The left and the right want to hate each other. Angela Merkel is having some severe shaking. We saw that last night in our show. Third instance of severe shaking. We think it could be Parkinson's or possibly overeating schnitzels. You know, you can get that overeating schnitzel disease where you start to shake. It's mad cow disease, really. Angela Merkel may have mad cow disease. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an important message from Angela Merkel's campaign staff. Du bist nicht sehr richtig, aber Angela ist sehr gut. Ja. Now back to you in the studio. I support anything you got. You know, when I drive around, I know this sounds kind of weird, but I think of things to eat. I've been doing a lot of driving lately, and everywhere I go, I see this, fast food this, fast food that, and I think of exotic things to eat. So today I was thinking of actually a donut with a hamburger in it. Isn't that weird? And I thought to myself, well, surely they can make donuts with sausages in them. I think it'd be pretty good, especially if it's tasty donut, Yeah, but Angela Merkel is actually the actual Angela Merkel is Hitler's daughter. Yeah, have you ever heard of Merkel, Hitler daughter conspiracy theory? Oh, it's good. Let me show you a picture here that'll blow your mind. Are you ready for this? You're gonna like this, man. Okay? Take a look at this picture, okay? Check it out. Beautiful Angela Merkel. She was sitting with her father. Yeah. The Führer of Germany. Yeah. You did not know this. We will tell you exactly what we're saying. You got to wonder how she became, even, without any personality. How did she become famous? Look at that. She looks just like Hitler's mother, Clara. Yeah, look at this. And look at little Angela sitting next to Adolf there in the picture. You can see the likenesses. Yeah. That's how Angela became the Chancellor of Germany when Schulz stepped down. Yeah. Many of you did not know this. I'm not German in that respect. I mean, my family left Germany in 1100 AD, so I have no affiliation with any Nazis. But some people say, David, are you just a sketch? Because your CGI is breaking up over here. I am having problems with my main computer. I am currently defragmenting the hard drive. Bear in mind, a lot of my video signals will be altered. Well, the fact is, she hasn't done anything for Germany in how many years? She's a joke. In fact, she's bending over and letting immigrants just walk all over that country. They use Germany as the toilet bowl of the euro. I find Tulsi Gabbard attractive, I wouldn't say she's unattractive. Unlike, some people would find Kamala Harris or Ocasio-Cortez attractive. I would probably not. But her, yeah, Tulsi is very attractive. Dave, 4chan posted a pic of Merkel and May under 20 together. 4chan claims this proof May was selected for rulership. Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm the one who's been pitching the Merkel being the daughter of Hitler for years. I'm convinced that Zionists like Hitler, and many people don't know that Hitler was a Zionist. Zionists like Hitler who wanted a state of Israel. And people are going, huh? Didn't he kill the Jews? Actually, he wanted to send them to... Hitler wanted to send all of the Jewish people to Palestine. Yeah. He was Catholic. And I'm not endorsing him. I find Hitler to be a despicable despot of a man who will live in infamy as one of the worst. Stalin wasn't so great either. He killed 20 million Russians. But when you look at what Netanyahu said, it makes you wonder. Yeah, yes. Yeah, Netanyahu made a good point. He talked about the origin of what Hitler was trying to do originally. And originally he didn't want to even kill them. But it was only till the muftas and the supreme Muslim leaders told Hitler what to do. And we have this statement from Netanyahu right now. You can look at it. Here he is talking about it.
This attack and other attacks on the Jewish community in 1920, 1921, 1929 were instigated by a call of the Mufti of Jerusalem, Haj Amin al-Husseini, who was later sought for war crimes in the Nuremberg trials because he had a central role in fomenting the final solution. He flew to Berlin. Hitler didn't want to exterminate the Jews at the time. He wanted to expel the Jews. And Haj Amin al-Husseini went to Hitler and said, if you expel them, they'll all come here. So what should I do with them? He asked. He said, burn them. And he was sought during the Nuremberg trials for prosecution. He escaped it. Later died in cancer after the war, died of cancer in Cairo. But this is what Haj Amin al-Husseini said. He said, the Jews seek to destroy the Temple Mount. My grandfather in 1920 seeks to destroy the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So this lie is about 100 years old.
Yeah, exactly. So there you have the spoken truth of Netanyahu about Hitler and why he too was a Zionist, because the Balfour Declaration had its origins in 1917, prior to Hitler. And his big plan was to actually kill off, or actually to send these people there to Palestine. And then he finally, created the justification for all of this to happen. Sadly enough. Hey, talk about the new evolving police state. Look at this. This cop is getting $2,500 a month because killing an unarmed man in a hotel hallway gave him PTSD. Philip Brailsford was acquitted of murder for shooting captured on video that subsequently drew national outrage. I remember this. Now he's getting paid for it because he got PTSD from, oh, poor Stewart. He's so hurt because he's so traumatized for killing an unarmed man. Yeah, according to his claim, a disability pension file for medical retirement will pay him more than $2,500 a month for the rest of his life. Poor Philip, I don't know how he's going to survive. Former Mesa police officer Philip Mitchell Brailsford drew national attention and outrage in December of 2017 when a jury found him not guilty of second-degree murder in the fatal shooting of Daniel Shaver. Brailsford shot Shaver in a confrontation in a hotel hallway in 2016 after the police were called there by somebody who'd seen Shaver holding a gun in his room. But they found no weapon on this man, Shaver. The gun turned out to be a pellet gun, but police apparently didn't know that. During the response, police ordered Shaver, who was unarmed, out into the hallway on his knees and ordered him to crawl in their direction while keeping his hands up, and they continued to bark confused orders at him. As Shaver, clearly terrified, attempted to comply. At one point, he gestured behind himself, possibly to pull up his pants, and Brailsford immediately opened fire, killing him. So now he's asking for $2,500 a month just to survive financially. He needs to go to jail for doing that. What about that guy that shot the unarmed man who just simply answered his door? A Wichita police officer. Yeah. Or was it? Yeah, I think it was Wichita. He just completely shot this unarmed guy on a fake swatting event that apparently the swatter was arrested and charged, but the cop that shot the unarmed guy was never shot. Turns out he was one of the cops on the Cops show. He's famous. The guy that shot him through the heart for no reason. An innocent man opening the door was shot through the heart. His family's suing, but you can't replace a life. It's crazy. There's 1,200 deaths a year in the U.S. And half of the people that are killed by cops, 1,200 deaths by cops, half of these people are shot without having anything on them to defend themselves. Unarmed people. Over half of them were unarmed. Here we go. That Merkel, Center May, right Iceland president. The leaders are selected as teens. Yes. Here they are, Angela Merkel as one of the teens in this picture. And they were cultivated in this cult of Zionist, sex cult of Zionism. And let's not forget, Angela Merkel is notorious for her dance. You got kicked because you said something very, very rude, okay? Yes. She may have been in the cult of snake dancing that was common among the children of the Nazis. Yeah. And the Viva project was very involved with the snake dance. Yeah. We saw her shake a couple days ago, but yeah. If I could turn back time. There she is. Let's take a look. Here's Angela Merkel doing her dance. Here we go. Thanks for that candid picture of her with the others. There's the snake dance. Look at it. Oh, yeah. Well, she was a great dancer, and maybe that's why they selected her as Hitler's daughter. Who knows? And who cares, really, when you think about it? I certainly don't. Hey, back to you in the studio. David, did she come from a rich family? Yes. Hitler's daughter was rich. You actually believe that she's not Hitler's daughter? Press 1. That really was her, yeah. If you still believe that she's not Hitler's daughter after seeing all those pictures, then go, by all means, feel free. Press 1. I'm convinced it's Hitler's daughter. There's no... Oh, here we go. The FBI agent in the room, slow mode. You don't believe it's Hitler's daughter. Oh, wow. We have a person who doesn't believe it's Hitler's daughter. Wow. What makes you think it's not Hitler's daughter? What makes Angela Merkel so wonderful as a politician in your mind? Yeah. Hitler was alive till 62. That's something you would deny as well. There's a file of 200 pages of identifying statements from people saying they saw Hitler in Argentina, and the FBI never even followed up on it. Literally. So Hitler lived to be in his what, probably 70s. He lived until 1962. And the FBI didn't bother to investigate it. What does that tell you? I believe she is Hitler's daughter. I can't see any other indication as to why she would rise to power with that lack of charisma. Yeah, 4chan has multiple pics of Merkel and May together as teens, yeah. No question about it. So there's more than enough evidence that that's happening. More than enough evidence. Hitler probably had hundreds of children, yeah, no doubt. Hitler's Daughter is a children's novel by Australian children's author Jackie French. Well, I'm sure somebody wrote about Hitler's daughter. I mean, people write about everything from their love affair with their plushie. I mean, people have addictions to all kinds of things. They write about things. Why is that relevant to what I'm saying right now? There are people that claim they are even daughters of Jesus. I mean, you find any mental hospital, you run into those people. Yeah, they're very, very popular. The mental hospital people. You know, the ones saying that they're involved. This is what Freedom Friday means to me. I will not sit back and watch my America be destroyed. Yeah. That's what this show's all about. Truly. I mean that, man. I mean that in an interracial way. I don't care who you are, where you're from. We are being screwed over financially. All of us are. Well, I'm not really being screwed over financially because I gave up the material needs that many of you seem to have. Now, Jeffrey Epstein has faced his bail hearing today, and he recently dodged questions about the Dalton Prep School students. Here is the story. Yeah, this guy wants to spend his bail in a 77-room mansion where he allegedly did these horrible things to these women. He says, I'm teaching a bunch of little brats next year, Jeffrey Epstein, on the 1974-75 Dalton School yearbook. It took a clandestine FBI NYPD joint sting operation to arrest the elusively convicted Jeffrey Epstein on Saturday, July 6th, on the tarmac of Teterboro Airport, New Jersey. And simultaneously, a sledgehammer was used to break the entry to his massive $77 million New York City townhouse. Oh, it's a 77. I thought it was 77 rooms. Sorry, my mistake. And apparently, they recovered possibly thousands of nude images of young women and girls. An automatic legal problem for a man who has multiple sex offender registries. Yeah. Epstein's case may be one of the most extreme cases of organized child abuse in modern history. Epstein was without a doubt the wealthiest individual on any sex offender registry. Even Keith Raniere, I mean, he makes Keith Raniere look like a cheapskate. Yeah. He has a $7.8 million 70-acre private island. It recently had a fire out there at Orgy Island. He's probably burning his records. You know, they burned down all of his buildings of film and video of all these children. He has a $15 million Palm Beach estate, a $77 million New York City townhouse, a $10 million Castle Ranch in New Mexico. Yeah, he purchased it. Yeah, it's just crazy all the money this guy has. So if anybody has the ability to get out from under a charge, it would be him. The problem is, Jeffrey Epstein is running out of people to go to, because the ascendance of the case against him and the recent accusations that our Labor Secretary Acosta gave him a light sentence, and now he claims he didn't do anything wrong, which many people believe is wrong of Acosta to not admit his errors. He may be burning bodies. Yeah, you never know. Artisan 95. Well, the fact is, we had Larry earlier. You missed it. Oh no, we didn't give you Larry. Oh, I'm sorry. We have Larry Sinclair on tap, the guy who had a oral sex with Barack Obama in a limousine. Yeah, we have him on tap. If you want to listen to any of his testimony, we have it right here for you. Yeah, here you go. Larry Sinclair. What did he say and when did he say?
On November 6, 1999, after picking me up at the hotel in Gurney, and this is significant, Mr. Mutani used his cell phone to make a call. That call was made to then Illinois State Senator Barack Obama to set up an introduction between myself and Senator Obama. Upon arriving at the bar and exiting the limo, Senator Obama was standing next to Mr. Mutani, and I was introduced to Senator Obama by name. Later that evening in a bar which I believe was called Alibis, and I state believe because I have failed so far to get Citigroup to provide the credit card receipts that has the actual name. I mentioned I could use a line or two to wake up. Senator Obama asked me if I was referring to Coke, and I stated I was. After stating I was, Obama stated he could purchase cocaine for me and then made a telephone call. This too is significant, from a cell phone to a presently unknown individual, during which Senator Obama arranged the cocaine purchase. Senator Obama and I then departed the bar in my limousine and proceeded to an unknown location where Senator Obama exited the limousine with $250, which was provided to him by me. Returned a short while later with an 8-ball of cocaine, which he gave to me. I did ingest a couple of lines of cocaine, and shortly thereafter, Senator Obama produced a glass cylinder pipe and packet of crack cocaine from his pocket. Obama then smoked the crack cocaine. I performed fellatio on Senator Obama in the limousine during the time Senator Obama was smoking crack cocaine, after which I had the driver take me to my hotel, the Comfort Suites, Gurney, Illinois. The following day, November 7th, 1999, Senator Obama appeared at my hotel room, unannounced, uninvited, where we again ingested cocaine and I again performed fellatio on Senator Obama.
I don't know about you, but that's enough to make me think that Obama is gay, for one, and Michelle is a transgender. That's enough for me to convict him in the court of public opinion. Obama, not Larry Sinclair. Larry Sinclair passed a lie detector test with 99% certainty. He blew Obama 3 times. Is that what you're saying? The scariest thing is that an actor could ascend to the presidency. Well, make no mistake about it. Barack Obama was trained by the CIA. I've outlined his entire upbringing. Obama was a trained puppet, just like Trump is, and just basically handled. These people have all these strings attached to them so that they control them. You know what happened during Obama's presidency? He had James Alefantis come over 5 times to the White House. We know that from the release by the Citizens for Responsibility, Ethics in Washington subpoena, or Freedom of Information Act, allowed them to get access to the guest list. They found that James Alefantis went there 5 times, along with Chris Crocker. Yeah, and Chris Crocker, the known transgender that talked about Britney Spears on YouTube. Yeah. You know who I'm talking about, right? You probably have seen this guy. He was there too, for 5 times, with a film crew. They know that 3 other people with cameras came in there, to the Obama and Michelle Obama. Barack and Michelle. But this is the guy that came there with James Alefantis. Yeah, remember this guy? Leave Britney alone? Yeah, the guy who made tons of money on YouTube. And yeah, he was apparently a transgender actor that was involved in this.
Leave Britney alone.
That was the guy. Yeah, and he apparently made the movies in the White House. So that would mean that the elitists made movies of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama having sex in the White House. So they used that against these people. They got them by the short hairs. My left eye is not red. That's not true. I've been driving quite a bit. Hey Roche, good to see you're in, man. How's life in the culinary lane? He says, aren't all presidents puppets trained? Yeah, most of them, but we got to change that. Hey, Scissor Fight, welcome to the show, man. I'm going to do an extended broadcast tonight because I've got 50 megabyte upload speeds, and I'm broadcasting on Twitch and Luckyless, yeah, leaning toward right. Hey, man, we're on Twitch. It's possibly Boar's Head Baloney. Thank you. Yeah, this is our Cool Rock Party's up tonight because I've got major bandwidth. I'm not leaving you. I'll be in for a while. Unlike the past few shows where I've been doing a show from the car, I've got a really great hotel room. Sarah and I left the buzzing mosquitoes of the woods, the dark woods, to get to a decent hotel. And we've got incredibly blazing fast speeds here. I was a little bit concerned about getting here, and I said, let's just get the room and we'll see, because we really want to just lock down in a nice place. And I went in here, I was blown away. It's like 80 megabyte downloads and 55 up. It was unbelievable per second. I know. And I miss the show too. No, Tom, the closest we're going to get is a ticket for you guys to go to the White House buffet and stuff yourself and take a few souvenirs home. And if any of you want to work in my programs, we'll get you a job too in your area. I treat the viewers here very seriously. I know the 2019 defense budget is $686 billion, and another $69 billion for war funding, bringing it to a total of close to $750 billion. I know the National Security Act of 1947 codified the deep state, but we still can work from the top down to do a pretty good restoration. You need to get to bed. Look at you. Finally a nice shower, huh? Wow. Sarah finally had a good shower. That's one of the best shower heads I've seen it.
Great pressure.
Yeah. Your eyes are red too. I took a shower and my eyes got red in the shower from the water. And it's like people saying, why are your eyes red? Because I took a shower in a great shower head. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, Mr. Right, on demand, sure. We have that song on tap at all times, but I'd rather put together a little image story, a little image thing for you before I start the Mr. Right show, okay? Takes me a little while to piece this together. Let's see if it'll work. Nope. Didn't work. Bummer. Huh. Okay, well, I'm going to go off, but we've seen a little bit of the broadcast. And I'm going to come back on and do a renewed broadcast for a full review, okay? We've got a little stop in the show because of a seized program, but we'll be right back.